Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day still. Now look again at Cardano, double checking a few things. It's up about 1% on the day, nothing too crazy, but we got this double bottom neckline that just got retested and bounced perfectly. Keep in mind, a lot of that has to do with Bitcoin recovering and doing very well today. So my speculation is that Cardano might pull back. But again, if you saw my analysis here from, what was it? I think it was on Saturday. We had no regrets taking a long position, as you can see here. We got this double bottom pattern that played out pretty well. X marks the spot. We got in about 32.60, if I'm not mistaken, 32.40. Let's quickly take a look here. So yeah, 32.4, 5x long, 22% profit in 15 hours. That goes to show that SUI was also even better. Of course, we caught that one too at 65%, but the whole point was this weekend was pumping. Today, same scenario, but my speculation, we might see Asia clear the market profits from the weekend later today. Again, that's just a possibility. So I would keep your head on a swivel when trading Cardano. While this is a good confirming factor, there's a lot of other things that have to factor in. And when you look at its pullback here, when Bitcoin pulled back, it hasn't responded quite as well as Bitcoin has to that retracement. Again, a lot of that hinges on the fact that Bitcoin dominance is increasing, Bitcoin's absorbing a lot of that dominance, and altcoins are basically consolidating and or potentially pulling back here soon. So my expectation is that we will see a bit of a retracement here, but we'll look at a lot of key factors here to make sure we understand the big picture, okay? So if you're new to the channel, I just want to say thanks again for watching. Hope you can learn something today. The whole concept of my videos is just to make sure that you become a self-sufficient trader eventually. So I hope that works well for you. If you want a trading community, academy, whatever the case is, I've got it all covered here for you over at CryptoCache.tech, link down below. You get some trade signals, these trade alerts. Also, make sure you understand that these are things that are relevant and important, so you understand kind of how to take trades and just what I'm looking for in a trade. I kind of gave everybody a heads up that, hey, we're going to take along with Cardano, and it worked out pretty well. So again, that's just kind of some foundational stuff. Let's look at the backend data here. Also foundational too, letting us know that we got some late shorts between the current price point and it's about 36 cents. Okay, so round number 36 cents. We zoom out and kind of understand the big picture. That's basically a third of $1 billion in that one little 36-cent range period. Okay, we go all the way up. We're looking at probably more like half to 3/4 of $1 billion if you go just above 36 cents. So that's quite a lot of liquidation. This does imply that Cardano has further upside potential than downside. And again, the main reason why is because market makers, they want to destroy people's accounts. And keep in mind, that's not like the foundation of what they strive for. It just makes their job a lot easier. They make a lot more money off of it. And it just essentially works out favorably for them. Having said that, we got this double top coming up here. We'll see here soon if that could work out. Double checking the daily time frame. We want to recognize a few things here first. Let's double check the SMAs. And I can kind of explain to you briefly, kind of why we took our trades here recently. So while that's pulling up, let's look at the RSI. We can recognize that we're under 50 on the RSI. We've got stochastic swinging up and money flow index bounced perfectly off of that 20 mark. That's part of the reason why we took that trade. Stochastic was swinging up as well. Generally, I don't like to take trades going into the 50-day SMA, 50-day RSI. RSI 50 on the daily. Got to clarify that. That is essentially an area that has proven to be very resistant. Okay. We look here, we can also see MACD's converging now and our TSI is increasing. So those are generally favorable signs. And once more, actually taking a look at the SMAs, we can see here we're rejecting tentatively off of that 35-cent mark. Granted, that's a round number, that's one reason, but we also got the 20-day SMA there too. So I would say the daily time frame for Cardano is transitioning right now. Okay, it's not bearish, not bullish. It's kind of more so neutral, which is honestly what we're looking for right now, because you need to have at least a neutral type of daily closure or candlesticks in order to give us some kind of confirmation. Because most of the confirming factors we're looking for are on the hourly and the 4-hour, these lower time frames, which are absolutely present, by the way. But if you don't have a good daily, or at least a decent daily, then so those can fizzle out pretty quick with a bearish type of trend, which we still are in. Please understand that. Bitcoin is testing its resistance range though right now. We close over 56K today. There's a solid chance we see the price continue higher. I'm still expecting a dump from the whales once the market closes today, but we will see, of course, if that happens. Once more, Asia's been pretty good about securing profits on either a long weekend or a profitable day in the US markets, which we're seeing right now. Okay, let's take a break here or a breather and look at the 4-hour time frame and recognize that we're mostly bullish here. We're over 50 on the RSI. Stochastic is pulling back, of course, but that's that natural contraction when the price goes up like it has. Our TSI is fairly high, money flow index or MACD is good. Everything's checking out here. The key takeaway here is we're over the 50 and the 20-day SMA. That's generally an indication to want to take a long position. When we took our long on Saturday, we were over the 20-day SMA, which to me is kind of the most important indicator, I wouldn't say of all times, but it's really right up there with it. Again, we were above that local point of control for the weekend. We were also above that 20-day SMA. We were 50 on the RSI, a lot of confirming factors. Plus, the double bottom also helps a lot. Either way you look at it, we came up to reject off the neckline, and then we retested that level again. So as you can see here, consolidating, and we should see further upside, pending Bitcoin doesn't dump soon. So please, please, please recognize Bitcoin is in control of that. And if you take a look at Bitcoin's increase here, it was pretty sizable, and Cardano's kind of late, a bit of a late start here, which is normal. Again, Bitcoin dominance is extremely high or consistently increasing. It's back in that 57% range. So when we see that, it's usually a cause for consideration to be like, okay, alts might take it a bit of a hit soon. All that being said, HMO Cloud confirming in all factors here that we're still good to go. Let's take a quick look at our TPO for the last 24 hours and kind of see our point of control for Cardano, which is just above that local resistance, that double bottom neckline, 34 cents, is right there about 34.1. So hypothetically, if you're getting an opportunity to take a long, 34 to 34.1 is an appropriate consideration. Now, I don't generally recommend taking a long at this point, just again, based on the way that the market is transitioning. We want to get confirmation from Bitcoin first, and we want to see if the Asian markets are going to fake us out. There's a lot of stuff on the line here. So again, all the more reason if you're in profit from our Cardano trade as part of our community, for example, or maybe you watched my video, you're like, hey, I took a long, you may want to adjust your stop loss higher. A good place to adjust your stop loss higher is just below the most recent low. Okay. So again, the price ends up pulling back. A lot of times that will be a pivot point. You can see head and shoulder patterns form like that too. Okay. Again, just a general thing to consider. Either way, it's not a guarantee, never is, and I hope that you were learning a whole heck of a lot when you watch this video and other videos too. I appreciate you watching though. Either way, thanks again so much for the awesome support. Make sure you reference BTCC. It's one of our newer partnered exchanges. Link down below for that. They got some phenomenal deposit rewards. Really good exchange to work with. We're still a Bitunix family, but I'm providing more opportunities to our community members just because I know KYC and VPN requirements are kind of a pain, and neither of these exchanges provide that or require that. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Look forward to seeing the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.